And there we go. We are live. So, hello and welcome to today's live interview where I'm going to be interviewing Ice Cream Sandwich, aka Andy. Go ahead and say hello and give us
Hello.
an introduction of yourself as well.
Yeah. Uh, I'm Ice Cream Sandwich. IRL name Andy. What most people call me anyway. And I have a YouTube channel where I kind of make these like half animation, half almost comic-like videos. I'm sure you're familiar with them, that kind of genre.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
Me and a lot of other people, yeah.
Yeah,
So by day, software developer. By night, kind of like this YouTuber, comic drawer kind of guy. So that's me.
that's neat. You're a software developer. That's epic.
Yeah, yeah. I uh, didn't really know I liked software development until I had graduated high school. But after that, after I like done a tutorial on Python, programming language, I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
pretty cool, and it just ended up becoming a job of mine.
Yeah, I'm looking into game development for college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, into coding and stuff like that. I've always liked it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a form of problem solving that is can be very gratifying.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's this website called Code Academy that I bought when I was younger.
Hmm.
I don't know if
Code
you ever
Academy,
use that one.
yeah, that's a big one for learning programming. I've had a couple friends check that out. I've used it myself a couple times for learning different programming languages, but it's a good one.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I used to do a lot of PHP mainly. I don't know why. That was like the easiest coding language for me.
Yeah, I've never touched it, but I've actually never come across anybody who's really
Into it.
studied it or into it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's one I don't hear a lot, but
Yeah, I guess I'm just weird. Most people they do like JavaScript. I know
hmm
that for a fact.
hmm
Python's
that's
another popular one.
yeah, that's definitely me. A lot of web development. I like that stuff. It's fun because it's visual, which I got kind of like. I guess like I'm a visual person because that ties into
Yeah, what
drawing.
you do on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
HTML is another one too that I used to
hmm
use a lot.
hmm
Yeah. Hey Dark Elf, how you doing, man? So Andy, first question I had for you here was when did you start YouTube?
When did I start YouTube? There's a couple of answers to that question, but I started technically like the first time I had an account was probably like near the beginning of YouTube. It's like uh 2008, 2009, I think. I don't know actually when YouTube started, but it was around.
2005.
Okay, yeah. Um, then I I made a channel that like I didn't do anything with, but like I
Mhm.
had made like a couple of videos that just never went anywhere.
Right.
I stopped for a long time, did a whole different slew of things on the internet, like live streaming on Twitch and uh, modeling like 3D low poly things,
Yep.
pizza and keys and stuff. But then I came back a couple of years ago after I had been doing comics for a while, and there's been a really large amount of time in between the videos that I make. But it was about like 2 years ago that I started the Ice Cream Sandwich um, YouTube channel.
Okay, right. So like sometime in 2016.
Yeah, around there. Um, that's also when like a little bit after I had started the comic, so that's kind of around the same time. But I hadn't really like solidified the style of channel until a little bit after I had done my comics.
Gotcha. And why'd you start YouTube? What got you into it?
That's it's kind of like the natural progression of like my comics. I'd been doing comics for pretty much all my life, just like doodling on the side of my homework, on my math homework,
Right.
um, or instead of paying attention to math, I would be drawing instead. And so after I made the comics, I was kind of drawn to like making it into a video kind of format where
Mhm.
um like I can control the pace of a joke or the cadence of a joke, and it wouldn't really leave it up to the reader because everybody has a different internal voice when they would read a comic. and it won't pan out the same for everybody. But in a video, it's going to be the same for everybody. So I felt it was like the next natural thing, especially after being like after seeing like all these other animators like doing pretty much like the same genre, like Domix and the Odd Ones Out and all of them. Being inspired by them kind of jump started my motivation into doing whatever I do.
Right, just kind of like the next part in evolution for your comics and all of that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I think I saw your Tumblr and you started like 2015, the comics? Maybe
Was it
2016?
2015? I thought it was 2016, but I haven't checked. It might be 2015.
Yeah,
One
I
of those
think you
two.
started the comics first, then you started the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. When the YouTube channel started, it was kind of like a bunch of different stuff.
Hmm.
Like there's like video game type videos. Like I think the first thing I uploaded was. Oh no, that means that YouTube started before the comics. The first thing I uploaded was like the like this. I was playing Factorio and like this little cartoon dude runs around and he like sees the aliens attack him, and it's I don't
Yeah.
really even think there's a joke in there, but that's like the first video.
Okay.
And then I had kind of done some video game based ones, and then I abandoned it completely and just went to comics. And then after comics for a while, then I started uploading like these other videos that you see on the channel right now.
Right, kind of like small
Yeah,
little story time videos, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Ausmain, Doombia, and Normal Paladin and Sav. I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking, Sav. And any channels before this one, Andy, or is this your first ever YouTube channel?
Well, the first one that I was talking about in 2008, that was
Alright.
technically the first one, but that really didn't do anything.
What kind of content did you make on there?
There was one video that I had made. It's the stupidest thing ever. Like I had a bowl of split pea soup. I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn off my notifications.
Of what?
A bowl of split pea soup, and then I like had been like recording myself while eating the split pea soup, and I edited everything else out, everything that I didn't like out of that video, and cut it down. And the video that was left over was just me eating a bowl of split pea soup. That was it, and I had actually uploaded that, and then it was up for like a day, and then I was like, this is the worst thing ever. I took it down, and then I never touched the channel again. So
That's
that's it.
amazing. I've never
Yeah.
heard of this kind of soup before, actually, till
Split
now.
pea soup? It's like
Yeah.
a green mush
Yeah, I
made of
just looked
peas,
it up.
presumably.
It
Yeah.
doesn't look too appetizing, to be honest with you. Just
No,
looks like
anything green and
vomit in a
mushy.
bowl.
Really, it does. It's quite tasty though, if you can
Oh.
get it right. Um, I don't know. I like it.
I mean, it looks good. Chicken soup's my favorite, though.
Mm-hmm. Chicken soup is solid.
Yeah, it is pretty solid. And Andy, about that name, Ice Cream Sandwich, what's the story behind naming your channel Ice Cream Sandwich when the person in your profile picture is eating a fucking...
uh, that's a good question. I had started a Twitch channel. Um, I don't know how many years ago. It was a while ago now, a couple of years ago. And then I had, it's like, when creating a new account on any social media, what do you name yourself? Um, and then I had a name that I had been using for a while, but I wanted to change it up and do something else. And um, so I named myself. I was like, okay, what's good? What's delicious? I believe it was summer at the time, so I was like, ice cream sandwich. That's good. And so I went with that. And then that stuck throughout, like from the Twitch channel to like that 3D low poly modeling I was talking about to my other, my Tumblr that I host my comics on, and the Twitter,
Right.
just like it just stuck throughout. Who knows? I don't know. I guess I just like food. The pizza comes from my love of pizza. That's pretty simple.
Alright, yeah, well, I mean, they're both pretty solid foods, pizza
Mm-hmm.
and ice cream sandwiches, except just don't like that the topping on the pizza is pepperoni. That's not
No,
too good.
no, you
No,
don't like that. Oh,
no, I don't.
disappointing.
You should,
what's
you should. Hmm?
what's your favorite pizza?
Pineapple.
Really? I do like
Yeah,
pineapple. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it is good.
it is good. A lot of people give it shit, even though it is good.
Yeah. That the hate for pineapple pizza kind of got its own life force and really got out of control. I don't think it's that bad.
It's not. It's not. It's good. It's sweet. Yummy.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's fine. I mean, I've tried pepperoni a few times. I don't like it. But I
That's so
mean,
strange.
it is strange, yeah, because most people do like it.
Yeah, it's
But
like
I don't.
the staple pizza. If everybody's picky, it's like the one you go to. But hey,
Yeah.
everybody's different.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I just rather eat the cheese pizza on its own and not eat the pepperoni, to be
I do
honest.
like cheese pizza. I actually don't know if there's any pizza I don't like.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I only have pineapple pizza and regular cheese pizza, so I haven't really, you know, opened
Hmm.
my mind up to other pizza toppings.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should
Well,
probably
there's a
do
lot of
that though.
options.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad and like my mom, they love all kinds of toppings on like vegetables and
Hmm.
all kinds
Hmm.
of meat and all of that. Just whole fuck fest on the pizza. I'm just a standard man. Very simple man. I have
Yeah,
pineapple. Good.
and you know what makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Andy, do you prefer making videos or comics?
Video. Well, I like to create like I get gratification when I create like a complete product
Right,
that I'm satisfied with, where like I think this looks good, I think it's funny, and I am satisfied with the outcome. um
right.
creating videos, that happens, that it doesn't happen all the time, but it just takes longer to get to that point because it takes so long to make a video A to Z. A comic is a little bit shorter. It takes maybe throughout the day, it'll take one day to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
um but it's not as often that I'll be happy with a comic. Sometimes I'll start with an idea, I'm like, this is great, this is hilarious, and I put it down on paper and I'm like, why doesn't this pan out as well? That's why I'm more satisfied with like a video where I can like hear the joke and see the joke happen,
Yeah,
um rather than like hope people get the joke when they read it in the comic, if they're going to read it in a different kind of cadence that I do.
right. I guess it's easier to interpret jokes in a video than a comic.
Yeah. Yeah, or
Yeah,
hear the tone of voice, or if there's sarcasm, it's much more apparent in
exactly.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not as much decrypting needed, I
Hmm.
guess.
Yeah, so I would say there's I have more satisfying, or I'm more satisfied, or I enjoy making videos more. It just takes so much time. That's the only
Oh yeah.
downfall.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I bet your kind of work, takes a lot of time
Hmm.
and all
Hmm.
that. Hello, Leak So Real. How you doing? And Andy, I noticed there's like about I want to say like a 9 month gap between your treehouse video and the what I used to make comics video. What happened there? You just fucked off for like 9 months.
Yeah, it would just work. Like at any point in time, I would get home from work and I would just be like, this is, I have things to do. Like I'll have to make dinner, or I'll have to clean, or whatever other errands I have. And
Right.
that just persisted for 9 months. Or like I would
Yeah.
like, because comics came really before YouTube, I would say like I need to make a
Make a
comic
comic.
because I can't just be AFK for a couple weeks while I'm making this video. I need to, like, for the people who follow me for comics, they don't need to, like, this isn't something they pay me for, but like I don't want to like abandon them. So
Yeah.
if I got the motivation to do much of anything, it would just be a comic instead. And so like I tried to make videos. Like there's a ton of just dead recordings that I've scrapped, and scripts that I'm never gonna use ever again. In between now and then and this that between that in that 9 month period.
Hmm.
But yeah, that then one day I was like, I need to start something. It has to be complete. and then I made the comics one because that was like it's short, I can get it done, and then I did it, and now I'm on more of a schedule that I think is working.
Ye-
I think.
Yeah, I mean, considering your recent, blow up, you should have a schedule in place.
Yeah, definitely. That video. It's so weird.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, how did that happen? Like the spider video just fucking took off. Yeah.
Yeah. I just chalk it up to YouTube's algorithm messing up, but it was like some Friday that I posted it, and then I went to my girlfriend's cabin over the weekend. And by the time I came back, it started really ramping up to a point when I was like chatting with my friends, and I was like, wow, I look at how many people have seen my video and how many people are subscribing. We'll have to like do, like Andy, you're like a tenth of the way to 100,000. When you hit 100,000, we'll do a party or something like that. And then the next day we hit 100,000. I was like, what the hell happened? um,
Got
it of course
90K
has
in a
like,
day.
huh?
You got like 90K subs in a day.
It was, well, like from the day that it was like maybe in the span of 5 days that I hit from 8K to 100K. But like
Oh,
when I
okay.
was talking to my friends, it was like, let's have a party at 100K, and then the next day it was 100K. Um,
Damn.
and so like we were just like all taken aback, like what had happened. From that point, it is definitely like petered out.
Yeah.
YouTube's algorithm is like, okay, we're done with this.
Y-
But it was all like, if you look at my stats, it's just consistently from suggested videos. So I don't know what happened, or I don't know what gold mine I hit in terms of like pleasing the algorithm, but YouTube YouTube served me to a lot of people who seem to like that one video.
Yeah, for sure. And now it's crazy. It's crazy when you make it into that recommended section and you've got a good video.
Yeah. I hope that it's not a fluke. I hope that I can keep making good content, but only time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, now you're close to 200K.
Is it already? Jeez, I haven't looked for like a week because like I've been, busy. Like I've said, like you get home and I have errands to do and stuff like that. But um,
Uh,
can you still hear me?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, my computer just shut off for a second,
Oh,
but
okay.
I hope I didn't cut out.
No, you
Uh,
good. You good.
good, good. Um, but yeah, I haven't checked. I guess it would still be growing. What's the number at now?
I think it's at like 165K.
Jeez.
Yeah, crazy.
A lot of people to disappoint. Or hopefully not anyway. But
Yeah,
yeah.
you need 35K and then you'll be at 200K after like not even a month of hitting 100K.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jeez.
that's crazy to me. Like how some like there's this one guy that I interviewed like back in December. And he had like 30K back then, and now he has nearly a million. And I'm
Really?
like, yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, how
That's
the hell do?
insane.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, how the hell do they pull this shit off? How?
Um yeah, that's crazy. It's good numbers.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Hmm.
Sadly, there's no like there's no secret to YouTube's algorithm. It's kind of like just random how you get
Yeah.
in there. Really,
Yeah. I would say so.
kind of just
Yeah.
like by chance. I don't know.
Hmm. I had right before this live stream, actually, I was just completing a recording for the next video, so I hope that it will I guess please the algorithm again, but
Oh
who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah, I mean, if with every upload you just, you know, get
Hmm.
hit really nicely by the algorithm, God knows where you'll be like by the end of December.
Hmm. Yeah. It's
You can,
yeah, really, it's like there's no way to know, but I guess like just try to keep doing what I was doing and see where it goes.
yeah, because I mean, I noticed that all of your videos do have a lot of views, but obviously the one that stands out the most is the spider one with over like a million.
Yeah, that's it's all over the place. It's a mess. Like and like usually by this time, like channels like I talk about this in the video that I just recorded, but like channels have, a time to like mature, and usually they have inside jokes, and maybe like they have a name for the community. Um, I have none of that. It's completely caught off guard, and I have no idea what to do. So I'm just gonna keep making videos and hope we can go from there.
You could call your fan base like ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, or yeah, like Sammy's, short for sandwiches or something like that. Yeah.
Sammys. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
that'd be really epic. Sammys. Yeah. And Andy, when did you start drawing and why?
Drawing started for me, I want to say 4, 7. It's like I would say like around 7 years old, um, where my sister would be drawing, and I thought she was the coolest person ever because I was, you look up to. I'm the youngest of two other sisters, so like I would,
All right.
you look up to your siblings, um, before they start bullying you. And you're like, you're the coolest. And I looked at her art, it's like, this is so cool. And usually when I see her draw, I would just like go into her room and draw with her.
Mhm.
And she is very good at art. But my stuff always like came out very simplistic,
Mhm.
and I kept with that simplistic style. I just drew stick figures and a bunch of little comics, and I loved reading comics on the internet, and like Explosum was a big favorite of mine.
Oh yeah.
um, and uh, Calvin and Hobbes, even though I was too young to like really get it, I loved Calvin and Hobbes anyway.
I don't know who that is, fortunately.
Calvin and Hobbes, great comic if you ever check it out. Cult classic, not even a cult classic, just a classic. uh,
Covenant Hobbs.
no, not sorry, I might have been talking too fast. Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbs.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
see.
it's an older one,
Yeah,
but
I'm not familiar. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, yeah, I think I am. It's the little kid and the tiger.
correct. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, just like, and so comics are kind of like almost therapeutic at this point. I would,
Right.
I like, I draw to relieve stress. I draw to have fun. I draw all the time. So yeah, that just like stuck throughout until I started putting them on the internet. People seemed to like them.
Mhm.
And then I went from there.
Yeah, it's kind of therapeutic for you as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the same with me, but for these these interviews.
Yeah. Nice. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, because I never really had like the talent to draw or anything like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not all what it is chalked up to be. A lot of it is like if you try to make something good, you're your own worst critic. You're just like, this sucks. So I usually just stick to like these simple stick drawings where I like can make myself laugh, or draw something that's I don't know, visually satisfying, but not necessarily
Yeah,
like
I mean,
takes a lot of skill.
yeah, I see most of these YouTubers that do the kind of videos you do, and they all have like, well, not all of them, but most of them have like a relatively realistic style, nothing really out of this world.
hmm Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
James has his little like marshmallow looking
Yeah.
figure. Same with Tim Tom and all those guys. They're pretty simplistic. They're nothing like too complex or realistic or anything like that. They just look like little,
Little dudes.
yeah, little dudes. Sure.
Yeah. I'd say that's like, I can't speak for them, but for me it's like it the benefit is just being a time saver where I can get out a joke or a concept or a thought, in because like that's the kind of point, just like I want to create this joke, and the scaffold for the jokes are these little like cartoon dudes, and whether it
Right.
takes me like an hour to draw like a bunch of little cartoon dudes, or 10 hours to draw intricate shaded human like figures, the
Mm-hmm.
end goal is the same either way, just to make the joke. So for me it's beneficial to have it very simple.
Mm. Yeah. Then again, these people get help from a ton of other people.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe you do.
No, I don't. I do help out Jaden. I don't do a lot of her scenes, but I do draw for Jaden animations a little bit, and with good reason. Those things take forever to complete.
W-
Um,
What do you do for her? Like draw, color? Um.
I animate some scenes. So we have like
Oh.
there's a couple of us that get together, and she'll like write out the scenes that need to be done and like what it should look like and stuff like that, and then we animate and like fill in. And then with that additional time, she will work on her channel more, and she gets a little bit more free time from that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess it's deserved because she's already at a point where she can like outsource people, and it's fine.
I mean, yeah, everybody's got their their different goals. For
Yeah.
me, I think my like I again going back to like the simplistic style,
Hmm.
I can create a silly scene without needing to um, outsource it. I've definitely thought about it before, but
Yeah.
it's like I don't have the capital nor the real necessity to do so. Um,
Right.
Even though it's like so simple, it does take many hours, but it doesn't take. It's like in comparison to something more complex, like maybe Jaden's or other people's scenes that are a little bit more animated.
Yeah. Obviously, if you outsource people, you can't compensate them with exposure.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've gotta pay up, even though that's like a common thing that people do. Like, I'll pay you back in exposure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of joke around like the art community
Yeah.
that, and people seem to be smarting up about that, or wising up about that. I've had people ask me to draw them stuff, and I don't even have to say anything. They'll be like, "I will pay you money," or "How much would that cost?" Usually I
Yeah.
don't, because again I'm kind of short on time, but
Right.
it's very appreciated that they would even
Consider
offer
you.
money. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a thing a few years ago. I think it was more prominent a few years ago.
yeah.
Or just asking for free art. I think that's still pretty prominent though.
It happens. It definitely happens from every once in a while, but
I mean,
there's always going to be that one.
in all fairness, those people might be like, you know, younger.
Hmm.
They might not understand that. People need to be compensated for their work. They got to make a living somehow.
Yeah. In today's world where anybody has access to the internet, you're going to come across somebody where they just didn't know or didn't realize that that's a common thing in the real world to be compensated.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when I was younger, I think I would always not like ask for free art, I believe, but I would always try like to bargain with them, like to lower the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't me trying to be a dickhead, I understand it's like a lot of work and all of that.
Yeah.
Totally understand. But sometimes I just didn't have the necessary funds to pay
Yeah.
nearly $100 for one little for one profile picture.
Right, right.
Yeah. But I mean, if I did, I would pay it. But otherwise, I'd try to like get them to lower the price slightly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I'm pretty sure like maybe one or two times I might ask for free art when I was really really young, maybe
Mhm. Yeah.
12, 13, 16
Something like,
now.
yeah.
I mean, I guess like people have told me, you gotta fuck up to learn from it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
life's an array of mistakes from learning from mistakes, so it's a natural part of life.
Yeah, for sure. And how'd you learn to draw, Andy?
Just doing it. It's a combination from seeing yeah, or just like like seeing things and trying to draw the thing and it being way off, way off base, and like being it's very terrible. And also like seeing art that I've seen online, really liking it, and just copying it just to see how that artist might have drawn that piece, and then combine it with my Frankenstein style of art. And through many years of doing that, I kind of fell onto whatever the hell my style is right now.
Yeah.
um, yeah, but there's no. Well, I mean, I suppose I should mention art classes in high school. That's definitely a thing, but I never went to any like paid courses or paid courses online. It was all just doing,
Hmm.
which much like riding a bike, you just got to do it
Trial
to
and
learn it.
error.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a bit unrelated, but I'm just curious. Just looking at your profile picture now, why the blue shirt?
This kind of ties back to the Twitch thing where I got the name from uh, naming my Twitch profile. I got this kind of like I was always wearing a blue hoodie when I was streaming because I would get up at 6 a.m. I would put on my blue hoodie because it was kind of chilly in the morning, and then I
Right.
would stream. And it was always like the my pajamas were different, but like the hoodie over me was always the same. Um,
Ah.
and then blue's my favorite color, so I was like, as I started drawing comics, I was like, I will go with that since it is like consistent theme. And I had in the beginning of my comics, you'll see like I have like the hoodies up. Eventually that went down, and now even like I've taken off the hoodie, and the hoodie's quote unquote implied. Really,
Hmm.
I just thought that blue should stick, and that's kind of where that character design comes from.
Yeah, because I mean, on your YouTube profile picture, it just looks like a blue T-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hoodie, the hat, the part of what do
The
you call
hood.
that? The hood. Yes, the hood, not the hat. The hood part is has gone away. I don't know. There was no real reason to take that out. I just kind of stopped drawing it. But yeah,
Right. Someone says in chat that pizza looks crisp.
it does. I could go for a slice right now.
And then the art looks good even though it's not that detailed. I love simple art. Simple can be much more effective in some cases. Oh yeah,
I
for
agree
sure.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, well said, Lewis. Well said. Yeah, I mean, I think when it's too complex, it's kind of not appealing anymore. I guess it can't
yeah.
be too simple nor too complex slash realistic.
Yeah. Depends on the medium. It depends on like the end goal. I think there's many styles that can fit many purposes. For me, simple is
What's
the
most
best.
fitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, like for someone like I don't know who draws like maybe some sort of model example, like some human posing for them.
Yeah.
Or I guess realistic is the best way to go there than
Right.
simplistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time drawing a human with circles and squares. But yeah.
Yeah, unless you're drawing a Minecraft character, of course.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And Andy, next question I had for you here. So I watched your well, I attempted to watch one of your older videos, the Aspen one.
hmm
And Jesus Christ, like I don't know what happened to the audio, but it literally sounded like you're
yeah,
just whispering into the microphone.
an ASMR kind of Q&A. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Did like what happened there? Did the audio recording fuck up? Did you fuck up the editing? What happened?
I think it was a. It's like the the volume on my computer and the volume of like the YouTube setting and the volume of I guess like when I was recording and like all of those different things. I didn't know what was good. Again, I was like just starting out and just like
Yeah.
didn't exactly know. It was just like guess and check. And so when I was publishing it, I had all of that like pumped to the top. And I was like, okay, this sounds good. And then I didn't realize that most people had their volumes like much more towards the middle of like the slider, the volume slider, and then everybody in the comments is like, I can't hear you. Please speak up. I can't hear you. It was a simple like I need to learn through trial and error kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that totally. Audio can be a bit of a bitch to edit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to like balance out the audio levels. I'm not too good at that.
Yeah, I think when I was editing, I tried to like pump it down a little bit because I was like, "Oh, this seems a little loud."
Yeah,
And then, of course, by the time I had realized it was incorrect, it was far too late.
yeah,
Published and everything.
yeah. Too late to take it down for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I try my best when I edit an interview if I record an interview. To like make sure the other person's voice isn't that much louder than mine, or vice versa, or much
Yeah.
quieter, or anything like that. But my mic is quieter. It's a quieter microphone, and I mean, currently, I mean, actually, no, I've got a decently loud voice actually, but
Before the Oh, sorry. What's up?
oh no, go for it, man, go for it. Sorry.
Before the stream, we were talking about microphones. What microphone do you have?
I have a A2020 XLR hooked up to a Focusrite Scarlett Solo.
Wow, the real setup.
Yeah, I've got like a nice proper XLR setup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fancy. Much fancier than my Yeti USB mic that just plugs and plays. But yeah, I see a couple of streamers on Twitch use that. It's a really nice setup.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's good quality. It's good quality.
Yeah.
Hello, Chrisley. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go for something, nice and professional. It's not, I mean, between the mic and the mixer here, it's like $200 total. So
That's
it's
a lot.
not
It's not cheap.
it's not cheap, but it's not that expensive. There's a mic that's really good, but I probably won't get like the only way I'd get it is if like my fucking channel, goes to like 100K plus or something like.
Right.
But it's really
Yeah.
good. Have you ever heard of the brand Shure?
I have not.
Okay, well they're a really good audio brand, and there's a mic called the Shure SM7B. And that thing's amazing quality. It's like you know who Joe Rogan is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, well he does a podcast, every day, and he uses those mics for their setup, and so does H3H3 for their podcast. If you watch that.
Yeah. How do you spell sure?
It's not like sure like the word. You just add an H in between the S and the U.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's pricey. I believe it's a $400 microphone.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real blow to the wallet for sure. That's
Yeah.
that's why I probably wouldn't get it like unless something happened to my channel.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stick with this for now. It's good. It's
Hmm.
plenty good for what I do.
Sounds
I
great.
mean, yeah, I thank you. I'd probably say like it's probably too much for like my channel size, to be honest. I went a bit overkill maybe, but I've had an XLR microphone before I even did these interviews. I used to have an MXL 770
Okay.
hooked up to an XLR to USB converter, but a
Yeah.
mixer's better. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Someone's
Cool.
asking in chat if you speak any other languages.
Kind. No. I'm just gonna say no. I used to speak French,
Oh, nice.
and I've been to France, and I took lessons in France. But every time I have taken a French lesson, it was always French one. So it's never
Damn.
beyond, like, never any advanced level. So like I know like 17 words in French, and then like that's it. So I was gonna say like, oh, I kind of know French, but that's not even close to true.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but here we
Yeah,
are.
I had a guy on the other day who knew how to speak French, and and it's the same guy that asked, "Do you speak any other languages?" MLG sound effects. He always comes into my streams and asks how to say penis in a specific language.
I
And
cannot help you.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, he always asks how to say penis in a specific language. MLG sound effects. I can teach you how to say penis in Spanish because I speak Spanish. If you want to, you have to say yes or no. You probably do, to be honest. You're probably just trying to learn penis in every language. But yeah, I just speak English and Spanish, but that's because I come from a Hispanic family and I was born in South America.
Very
So yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I envy people who are at least bilingual or multilingual.
Oh yeah,
It's a very cool skill that it releases you a little bit in terms of like where you can go in the world without having much trouble. So very cool.
yeah, yeah. It is a really good skill, especially when it comes to like looking for a job of any kind. Really.
Yeah, that's true. Huge resume builder.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my mom wants me to learn some other language. But the thing is, there's so many to pick from. I don't know which one to learn.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I already know the two most important languages in the world, English and Spanish. I don't know what the third
yeah.
most important one is. Honest.
Uh,
My mom wants me to learn Italian, but I don't really give a shit about Italian, to be honest.
yeah. Italian's not the most common one. Chinese would probably be the next like
I do
uh
I do like
biggest one.
Mandarin, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, that's very complex.
Yeah, that one
Very
must be hard, yeah.
hard mode kind of language.
Yeah. But I've always like taken an interest in that language because it seems like a tough one to get down and learn.
Yeah, definitely.
My mom just says Italian because it has a lot of things in common with Spanish. So
I think yeah, that'd be a good like jumping point then.
yeah, for sure. Yes, please. Okay, well it's bene. That's how you say penis, and well, that's the vulgar way to say it. If you just want to say penis, you say pee.
That's it, really?
Yeah, pee. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. Nothing too complex, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Andy, do you ever plan on doing another Ask Bin video?
Yeah, that one was because like there was a lot of questions on like on Tumblr you can send a question to an account to a different account, but
Yeah.
it won't really see the light of day unless you like answer it, on
Oh.
your page or something like that. And so like I had built up a ton of questions that I never answered, and so I made that video so I can get them all out of the way at once. And then
Mm-hmm.
I kind of am running up to that point again where I see a question, I'm like, oh, I can make a kind of funny joke answer to that and make a comic out of it, but then I
Mm-hmm.
never get around to it. So then I have this huge backlog of things I've never done, and an Ask Bin video probably will be on its way in a little while at least.
All right. Yeah, that's nice. Well, I mean, I guess things like what we're doing now can be considered an Ask Bin sort of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll be overlap for sure, or like duplicate questions that I don't need to answer, but
Yeah.
yeah, this will hopefully help some people who have any questions if they have them. Who
Yeah,
knows?
for sure. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people tend to ask very generic questions that can get duplicated very easily.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, Andy, how how does it feel to have blown up that fast? Like, what are like what are your feelings about everything happened these past few weeks since the spider video dropped?
Confusion, worry, excitement, kind of the whole hodgepodge of feelings that you can get. It's not like the scale of like I'm not necessarily like famous and like everybody knows me and I'm
Oh
wonderful
yeah.
now. Not even close to that. But it is exhilarating to see like so many people see a video and be like it enough to say, okay, yeah, I'll subscribe. That number is it's a sizable number. So I'm very excited that everybody that saw the video and subscribed then subscribed, but I'm also like very worried because that's uh, a big number.
Oh
It's
yeah, for sure.
daunting, and yeah, so we'll see how I can cope with that. But I had something similar happen when my comics kind of blew up. There was one comic I posted. I was like, whatever, this is just your average comic. It's not going to go anywhere. But people shared it. It got on, all different sorts of social media, and people seemed to like it a lot. And then so I gained a lot of followers on Tumblr. And I had really no idea what to do when that happened. So I like tried to um, make comics that replicated that one comic to see if I can get like more followers. But then I scrapped it because I was like, this isn't why I should be making comics, that kind
Right.
of thing. And like, I really stumbled after that happened. And instead of just like focusing on like why I was making comics in the first place, I was really focusing on the numbers instead. And
Yeah.
that was definitely wrong. That'll trip you up a lot. And so I'm trying not to let the numbers this time trip me up again.
Go to your head.
And
Yeah.
just, yeah, focus. Yeah, exactly. Focus on creating the content, why I was doing it in the first place. And hopefully that will carry me to wherever it will carry me.
Yeah, it's really easy to get like caught up in numbers,
Yeah.
especially when something like, what happened to you happens to someone. Like, must be really overwhelming to like see that. Oh, I used to have 9K subs and now I've got fucking 100K. Like, uh,
Yeah.
that's a massive jump.
It is a massive jump. Actually, I don't know. That kind of growth so rapidly and in such a short span of time could actually end up maybe hurting me. I don't know.
It
The algorithm could be watching and just seeing like your videos. There's not enough videos that you have. I'm not gonna promote you again. Who knows? It could definitely have shot me in the foot. But again,
yeah,
I just gotta focus on making the videos and see what happens.
potentially, yeah. I mean, like, I see a lot of people that get like huge surge of subs, and their biggest problem is that all of their subscribers just end up becoming dead.
Hmm.
They just don't give a shit about the other content they put out. But I don't think that'll be the case for you, to be honest.
Yeah. There's a reality in a lot of ways that this could go wrong, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think probably most times, at least I'd hope so, it doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Because then it's just like, oh, my channel blew up. This is horrible. This sucks.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
just,
weird way to react to
y- yeah, like,
that
I mean,
blowing up.
if my channel were to ever, like, blow up like that, I'd probably literally fucking, I don't know. Jesus, I'd probably spaz the hell out, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I, I don't know why, like, anytime I get loads of subs in a day, like, if I get, like, I don't know, an interview promoted by that I did it with. Um, I get like loads of subs in a day. It really makes me happy.
Yeah.
Like, so I could imagine being in your position. I would probably have like the biggest fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that would be a dream come true for me, because this has been like a dream job of mine for a while.
Yeah. It's definitely the dream to like, make YouTube. Or hold on, my computer shut off again. Hopefully you can
Oh,
still hear me. Okay, I'm
no, no,
back.
no, we're still good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely the dream job because it's like not only it's I mean everybody knows the saying, um, work what you like or work with what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's
yeah,
kind of like what YouTube is because you can mold it into anything you love. Um,
exactly. Yeah,
and so YouTube is kind of the quintessential dream job. Uh,
for sure.
yeah.
It's very stressful though.
Oh, certainly. It can get to you, like it can get in your skin a lot. Um, Mess with you if you don't like treat yourself right in a certain way.
Yeah, especially if you're a content creator that gets demonetized.
Hmm.
That that's
Yeah.
that's not the case for me, but I don't really care about money.
Yeah.
Have,
Um,
have you had any videos demonetized?
no, no videos demonetized. So like when I started, I think it was maybe around, I can't remember what video. Doesn't necessarily matter. There was one
Okay.
video like that did pretty well, and I was like, okay, I can monetize my channel now, and you have to apply to do so.
Yeah.
So I applied. I got monetized. Like, good job, Andy. Clap, clap. You have money now. And like at that scale, it was like 40 cents or whatever. It's no big deal.
That's
But
epic.
I was like, okay, I have this set up. Now it's good. And then YouTube had raised the bar. I don't know what it was, but I think it was like your channel watch time, like it multiplied by like 10 or something like that. So I fell below that line, and YouTube revoked my monetization. Again,
Mm-hmm.
not the biggest deal. I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just work for that new milestone. But then, like when I put out the spider video, I shot past that like by a mile, and I was like, at that point, I just had no idea. Like, do I do it? Do I monetize the channel? To this point, I still haven't,
Oh.
and I don't think I will for a while. But it was yeah, I didn't. That's my monetization story, um, for lack of a better term.
My monetization story. That could be good, like a YouTube series.
Yeah, like draw my life, my monetization story. Yeah,
Yeah, just like
enough people get demonetized to make it a story, I guess.
yeah, yeah, especially the ones that make edgier content and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but your content's pretty clean, pretty squeaky clean. I don't think I've ever heard you like swear in a video.
yeah. In my earlier ones, I say like bitch or bastard or whatever, but I usually
That
try to keep it cleaner because my mom can't stop sharing everything I make to the
oh
rest of my family. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna swear. I guess.
yeah, you can't be saying fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I
my
mean, I
dad.
could. I just won't.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hello, Super Infinity 101. How are you? I like my dad watches. Well, I don't know if he actively watches my interviews, but he's seen one and I swore in that one, and he didn't really care, to be honest. He's pretty chill
Yeah,
about that. And then my
yeah.
mom, she doesn't understand English a lot, so she
So
she wouldn't she wouldn't be able to understand most of the
yeah,
things that
so that problem's just immediately solved.
exactly. So I don't have to worry about like shutting my mouth up and not saying many curse words.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose the rest of my family wouldn't really mind either. It's not like taboo among my family, but
Right.
they are they don't swear, so it's just, I guess, kind of an unspoken rule for me that I'm not going to swear around them. So
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well,
yeah.
my dad is a sailor. Got a potty mouth. Um, and so do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to control, to be honest, because like I'm so used to like just speaking that way. It's kind of hard to like change it. Don't lie.
It becomes a habit after a while. I do it
It.
a lot. So it's like I have to actively suppress swearing when I'm talking to people that I don't know very well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you swear often, it's like it gets kind of ingrained into just your, like, it like the
Vocabulary.
naturally the next word turns into fuck, and like, oops, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's just like, it doesn't, I guess it also doesn't necessarily matter unless you're in a professional setting or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're just like talking to friends and you just drop a naughty bomb. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but I mean, I learned curse words at a very young age because I played Grand Theft Auto 3, or not 3, 4. My bad.
Yeah,
When I was in third grade, so
yeah, that'll teach you stuff.
yeah, I picked up curse words from that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably learned to swear from the internet or from the playground, where like some kid would be like shit, and everybody's like, oh, what'd you say? And then, you know it's just kind
Yeah.
of like all the kids are like, ah, shit. Yeah, they whisper it when the adults aren't around, and either that, yeah, so it's either that or the internet. I can't really remember where I learned to swear.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's just inevitable at this point,
Yeah.
where words are like ingrained in most type of like content. except like really squeaky clean, family friendly YouTubers. I don't know, Dennis. That's the
Yeah.
first thing that came to mind for some reason. And the odd ones out and all those guys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if they're just like morally obligated to not swear because their audience are mainly kids,
Yeah. I don't know.
or if they just
Um,
willingly don't swear because they know that they have a lot of kids watching their videos.
right. I kind of just assumed the odd ones out wouldn't because he talked about in early videos that he like went to a religious school, I think it was.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
didn't know that.
now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know. But at the time of me thinking that, I'm not sure where I got that, but I just like after watching a video like that, I just assumed, oh, he doesn't swear because he's religious. But I suppose everybody has their own reasons. I'm not sure if that's the reason for him or not, but it could definitely be like the demographic they serve.
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen him as a religious person, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe how he was raised, and
Well,
just a moral obligation of other kiddies can't hear fuck. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, because otherwise their mommies are gonna get hella pissed. We don't want that happening.
no, definitely not.
Yeah, and yeah, I was curious. Have you applied to get like your play button or the verification tick?
So I would like to, but I think like I was talking earlier about like the swiftness of the channel's growth, shooting me in the foot. I think that's like part of it because I was looking online because I was like, okay, I think that I would like to apply for a silver play button. That would be neat. And then I look online, and then people are like, okay, when this happens in your channel, in your creator studio
You get like a
page,
notification, I think.
exactly. And then you click on the notification, they give you a code, you apply with the code, then you get it shipped with you to you in like whatever a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
I have not gotten that yet because I believe each channel when they hit that mark is like reviewed by a human.
Mm-hmm.
And when I actually hit 100K, it happened so fast that the day I hit 100K, I got an email from YouTube saying, "Congratulations on hitting 10,000."
Oh wow.
I was like, I don't, and I still haven't gotten a congratulations for 100K. I'd assume they would do that, but it hasn't happened yet. So I don't know if like they just haven't gotten around to me, or they just don't want to give it to me. But it hasn't happened yet, so it'll happen when it happens, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you just gotta be patient with that.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you hit 100K so fast that you probably can keep up with your growth.
It's definitely an outlier. Like I was talking about before, like everybody at that 100K mark, they've got like a ton of videos and like inside jokes and stuff, and like it just happened too fast. I think that the YouTube system, or whatever that system is, just didn't expect it to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does. It's definitely not the common case, that people hit 100K within like a few weeks of having 8K subs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Most people, they slowly but surely build up their channel to get to a milestone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know like a few people actually get like denied fucking play buttons, which sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen to me.
I think it's like people that make like edgier content that get denied them for some reason, which is kind of
Uh,
stupid, kind of
yeah,
unfair. Like
yeah.
who
YouTube
can
at oh, sorry, go ahead.
what I was gonna say is like who cares if they say some naughty jokes? They willingly deserve their play button.
Yeah. Yeah, when you set up a milestone, like you get this thing at 100K, and then they kind of filter who gets it without like really talking about it. It's a little sneaky. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But And YouTube is it's not the first time YouTube has had that issue where like choosing people to represent the company,
Mm-hmm.
the business itself. You know,
Yeah.
like H3H3. I love his content. It's very funny. But obviously not the cleanest thing. And when you're a business, you know, you have to choose who you're putting in front of your business and saying these are the people that represent us. You know, it's been there's been more than one case where YouTube has not picked the edgier content, most likely for business reasons.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, I'm sure you know who iDubbbz is. I don't know if you actively watch him or not, but
I do, yeah. I like him.
oh, okay. Well, like he got onto trending once. I think
Oh, I
for
think
a
it was the
content
rice
cop.
gum.
No, it was the
Yeah.
Leafy's here one, I believe. It was
Oh,
like
okay.
removed like
Ooh,
12 hours later from fucking trending.
yikes.
And then like, everyone just fucking,
Yeah,
lost their shit cuz that is really unfair.
it is unfair. It's yeah, it's not treating everybody equally.
Cuz I mean, he willingly this trending spot cuz that video easily must have gotten quite a few million views within like 12 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
like, you know, that's a bunch of bullshit. But I
Yeah,
I understand, that video isn't obviously, Minecraft Let's Play.
yeah, and YouTube isn't without its like uh, community disapproval. You know, everybody knows at this point that YouTube they have their like, scandals and like demonetization things they need to fix, but it's kind of sad that we're a little used to it now, I think.
Yeah, I remember when it was, much simpler times, like back in 20, wasn't the
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah.
I think it gets worse and worse every year, to be honest.
Yeah, every time I hope it's going to get better, it doesn't exactly do that. It goes kind of the opposite direction. I still hope it does get better because YouTube is it's a great platform. I think it's a very powerful one. Um, but you know, so I root for it. I want it to do better. It's just it doesn't always do better.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I only had one last question for you here, Andy, and then that'll be it for the interview.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the year with your channel, what new different things you plan on doing, if any?
Uh, well, more videos. And that's it. um, I have some like ideas written down, like stories that I think would be funny.
Right.
Um, like that spider one. It was talking about like a cabin trip. I've
Yeah.
had times where I've hurt myself and times where I made a cool play in a sports game when I used to play baseball. And so like there's some stories that I think that it could be hopefully entertaining that I'm going to put out. I'd love to do community kind of like involvement stuff um,
Right.
where when I used to watch Twitch a lot, there's like some smaller stuff, smaller streamers. I don't know if do you know and munition on Twitch?
And munition?
And munition like ANNE and then munition.
No. Who's that?
She's a streamer. She generally streams FPS games, but she's kind of like she does whatever. But a couple of
Okay.
years ago, when her channel was a lot smaller, I would say like 200, 300 people wide, the community was like, every once in a while, she would like get the community together, and then we'd all sit and chat, and we'd all like find a movie on Netflix, and we'd go like three, two, one, and we hit the play button at the same time, and then we'd hang out and chat, and like talk and like laugh about the movie that we were all watching. She doesn't do it as much now, but that was like the most fun thing I remember, like way back, like earlier Twitch that I used to watch.
Isn't
And I would love to do that for my community, but first I think that I have to kind of establish more of a video base first.
right? Isn't on Twitch isn't like a fucking watching movies against TOS?
Oh yeah, so the stream wouldn't be live. We would just be hanging out in chat. And the stream would
Oh.
be like offline, and then we'd just be like, okay, and the chat would be like 3, 2, 1, and then we'd hit play.
Oh,
And then like
okay. All
every once
right.
in a while, if somebody new joined in, we'd be like, we're at this timestamp, and come join, stuff like that.
All right. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because I'm pretty sure watching movies live on Twitch is against TOS.
Definitely, it would be taken down immediately.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I don't know about that because fucking the KSI versus Logan Paul fight last Saturday. People were streaming that shit on Twitch, and the Twitch staff was fucking watching those live streams and not
yeah,
doing anything about them.
I saw that. Isn't there legal action being taken against Twitch for that? I thought I heard something.
I believe they're gonna file a lawsuit of some kind. Yes.
Yeah. That's what you get for not following your own TOS.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
They are massive,
yeah, we'll
massive
see
hypocrites.
what happens from that.
Yeah. 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 But I mean that's totally like fair because
Hmm. Right.
why would you be allowed to watch movies that aren't your own on Twitch?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if on YouTube it's against TOS. Then again, I don't know if YouTube would do it. It probably is though.
I'm sure they've got some algorithm that like filters all the content and makes sure that it's not got what is it called, content ID'd. Um,
Yeah.
so I would never risk anything like that. I would do something similar to what Ammunition used to do with just hanging out in chat without a live stream, or there would be maybe a live stream that like just had the timestamp of the movie we're currently watching and what time we're at. But that
Yeah.
that that idea is yet to be fleshed out. So to answer your question, stuff like that, more videos. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. All right then, Andy. Well, actually, there's a question here in chat that I want you to answer real
Oh
quick.
yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Uh, it depends on my mood, but most commonly,
Vanilla, please.
I was going to say vanilla.
Hell yeah.
Lately I've changed, and more commonly it'll be cookie dough.
Cookie
Sorry to
dough
disappoint.
is no cookie dough is fucking good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know you're like only cheese pizza and pineapple pizza, so I didn't know if you're like approving of anything else besides vanilla,
No,
but
no, no.
good.
No, I'm more open with fucking my ice cream flavors for sure.
Good. Good.
I I like chocolate. To be honest, I don't like a whole lot.
I'm on the same page. I'm not really a fan of chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like vanilla, cookie dough. Cookies and cream is alright, I guess. Not a big
Hmm.
fan though. Um, can't think of any other ice cream flavors off the top of my head. I don't like the one that's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. I forget the name of it.
Oh,
Neo something.
Neapolitan.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of that one. Cause it's just
Yeah.
fucking three different flavors in one thing.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, you like they're great by themselves, not so much together.
Yeah. Favorite YouTube? Oh my god! Now he's asking favorite YouTube video.
There's this really good one. It's called I Try Not to Kill Spiders. I think it's on a channel called Ice Cream Sandwich. I don't. Anyway, that one's my favorite.
Oh really? Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't know a favorite YouTube video in particular.
Yeah, neither do I. That is a very tough question for me as well.
Hmm.
Oh my god, what is happening now? Now we're getting all like the questions in chat. Do you think Jaden should properly credit the people that help her animate instead of just calling them animation buds, or do you not have a problem with that at all?
I mean, she does. If you look in the videos where people animate for her, she links their socials in the chat. Or like she'll say their name and then like their like social medias. So if they don't have like a YouTube video, it'll probably be like a Twitter. But she's definitely like credited me and others. So like much like you will see all of the like sound designers and script writers in just the credits of a movie after you see a movie. We are just
Description.
in the description. So it's kind of like a similar thing. So I think that's more than enough, honestly. Maybe other people have different standards, but I think that's great.
I mean, I I'm not a big fan of people just like throwing someone up on the description and not really giving them a verbal shout out because I
I
think that
suppose I suppose like social media is kind of like a different realm than movies, but um
yeah, it is for sure.
yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I don't see a lot of difference between a verbal shout out and a description. Uh I guess for lack of a better term, shout out. Um just because if somebody like wants to find a specific like assistant, they'll either like hear it or look for it in the description. I could be completely wrong, but for me, being an animator on Jaden's channel, I think that the the tag in the description is more than enough.
Okay, cause what I like to see is what was it? Oh yeah, like James does it pretty well. Like he does that little end card,
Yeah,
and he like says shout out to these people for helping me color or animate or whatever the hell they did.
true.
And I think
Yeah,
that's really good.
yeah. Yeah, I suppose that is like an extra mile. Um, I don't know, and maybe like it's at this point like the story time animation genre, if you can call it a genre, is pretty new. It's been a couple of years now, but it's still like and I guess compared to vlogs as a genre,
Yeah,
it's a newer kind of thing. And to have like assistance on your channel isn't well, maybe I'm wrong there, but I would say like assistant animators is more of a newer thing. So standards are kind of like coming out like whether it be a standard to put people in your description or a standard to put people like in the end card and like give them a shout out. I guess that's kind of like a new thing that people are discovering. So
hmm
as we figure that out, I think in the future we'll see more animators probably give shout outs, if not just put them in the actual video. I guess
yeah,
we'll see where it kind of leads.
yeah, for sure. Well, those are all the questions we had in chat. So that's actually it for the interview. Oh.
I
As
got one
soon
more.
as, yeah. Where do you get your humor from? Reminds me of Ginger Pill. It's kind of like random humor.
That's a good question. I suppose my humor just kind of comes from whatever makes me laugh. I think the number one thing when making content is like entertain yourself. That's the goal. If you're doing comedy, I suppose. Well, it could be anything, but for me, comedy is like it's entertain yourself. If I find myself laughing or giggling at something I do, then I think that's good. There you go. I think then there's got to be at least one other person that will also laugh, um, and that usually just comes down to silly, non sequitur, goofball kind of humor. I've tried to like analyze other like funny shows or like funny comedians and like see what makes a joke funny, but whenever it comes down to my humor, it's very goofballish. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that. Like if like to I guess to know if you've made a good joke.
Hmm.
If you've laughed at your own joke. I mean, I guess that's a good joke.
Yeah, or at least good at you on your standards.
Yeah,
If nobody likes it, that's kind of just tough at that point. But yeah, it's a good rule of thumb, if anything.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't please everyone with your jokes, but
Hmm.
as long as you're pleasing yourself, I guess that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, then, Andy. I think that's actually it for the interview this time. I don't think we're gonna get any more questions in chat here. So
Cool, cool.
that's it, Andy. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, man. No problem. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the interview, you can go ahead and drop a like. Oh, oh, Yahya Mice is here. Hey, Yahya, what's up, man? He says he loves your animations. This is the guy that I interviewed the other day. He says
Oh, cool. Thank
he
you.
really likes your animations. Yeah,
Thanks. Thanks.
nice,
I'm glad you
nice.
like them.
Yeah, nice to see you're here, Yahya as well. Shame you tuned in at the end, but that's right, man. Yeah, but anyways, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have enjoyed it, you can go ahead and drop me a like, drop me a sub. Anything you could do to help would be appreciated. Otherwise, I'll see you next one. Take care and goodbye.